So I recently went to the cinema, and while I was there, I thought it would be a good idea to do a review of the new Jurassic World. It's topical and stuff. I don't really have much of an intro for this one, so I guess I'll just jump right into it. Oh, I should probably mention, actually, I didn't see the new Jurassic World. I saw Show Dogs instead. To be honest, it wasn't even a cinema, it was just Dave's house. But he calls his lounge room a home theatre, so I figure that just means I'll have a unique perspective on the film, a fresh set of eyes or something. Kicking us off on my list of things to talk about is just how big the dinosaurs were. I reckon if you put a man next to them, the man would look pretty small. I know he would. I've seen the bones at the museum. I do often wonder though, is it okay to keep putting animals in front of the camera when they are unable to give consent for that? Who could say if these dinosaurs actually wanted to appear on camera? You know, for that, I'm gonna have to mark it down a bit. And with that, we enter the second body paragraph of this script. And we talk about Chris Pratt's beard. I'm not really a fan of it. Call me crazy, but I miss the days of Andy from The Office. You see a man with a beard and you can't help but think about how many of those hairs are holding food ransom in exchange for not shaving. I'm sure that analogy made more sense when I wrote it down. Also, I can't help but think about whether or not the filmmakers actually were granted the permission of the hair follicles to use their image on camera. It's very hard to get hair to sign release forms. I know. I've tried. So for that, it's going to have to be another markdown. Thirdly, I just couldn't get over how big the I think I've already covered this point. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Next, where was the kingdom and how far did it fall? If you're going to go through the trouble of putting the word kingdom in your title, I want to see some evidence of a kingdom. Look at Steven Spielberg's best film, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's a terrific film. It's got nuclear bombs, nuclear bomb resistant fridges. Actually, Steven, if you are watching, if you could send me one of those nuclear bomb resistant fridges, that'd be really good. I've got some experiments that I'm gonna try. The movie had kingdom in the title and kingdom in the film. There were even crystal skulls. That was a bit of a bonus. I wasn't expecting crystal skulls to come up on screen, but they did, so big ticks all around. But while I was watching the Jurassic Park, I couldn't find the kingdom anywhere. You know, I looked up, I looked down, I looked left, I looked right. At one point, I got up out of my seat, walked around the theatre looking for it. I got thrown out for that, so I went to see Show Dogs. Have I changed my story? Anyway, no kingdoms anywhere. And where was the fall? Fallen kingdom. Where was the fall? I went in there expecting monarchy-themed slapstick comedy. And you know what I got? Velociraptors and grass. I am terrified of both of those things. How many paragraphs in am I? Oh, who cares? The popcorn they gave me was stale. But Angus, that's not the movie's fault. Bull crap, it's not the movie's fault. If it wasn't for that movie, I would not have gone to the cinema. And if I hadn't gone to the cinema, I would not have been served that stale popcorn. It is the movie's fault as far as I'm concerned. This movie was directed by J.A. Bayona. What kind of last name is that? Bayona. Sounds like a type of sandwich. Hey Angus, what you got for lunch there? Oh man, I got a Bayona sandwich. What do you got? Ha, that's funny. I got a Bayona sandwich too. But I swear, if I ever find you, Bayona, I'm gonna cut you all the way down your front, and then I'm gonna cut you up into little pieces and put you in a plastic bag and... The dinosaurs were big. I know I've already covered that. I just needed something familiar to go back to climb down from the Bayona stuff. This movie was first released in Spain. Now, is it just me? Or does that sound a little bit racist? Fencing off the rest of the world for a few days when you release your movie? I don't think I'm alone in saying that in the world of Me Too, an action like that is morally reprehensible. I mean, if you're going to release your movie in just one country to begin with, why don't you pick a good one? What's wrong with Australia, huh? What's wrong with Australia? What does Spain have? They've got bullfighters, Penelope Cruz, and their own language. But what does Australia have? Fairy bread, son. Australia's got fairy bread. So, Mr. Bayona, if that is indeed your real name, how about next time you release a movie, you don't be racist, and you don't release it in one country. Or if you're gonna release it in one country, why don't you avoid the dumpster fire that is Spain, and go to a good country like Australia? Waltzing Matilda, you will come a waltzing Matilda with me. Viva la Australia! Viva la Australia! And the last point I have written here is the dinosaurs were big. So now that all is said and done, what's my final verdict? Well, given that I didn't actually see the film, I don't think it'd be fair to give it a score from 1 to 10. So instead, I'm going to score it by how many of the things that I did know about velociraptors are lies. And what's that? What's everything? Everything I know about velociraptors is a lie? Well, I think that's 100%. There we go. Jurassic Park World Fallen Kingdom is 100%. Take that to mean what you will. My name is Angus.